From a quiet town in Mexico to the top of the FBI's Most Wanted list, Ismael Mario Zambada García, better known as El Mayo, lived a life straight out of a Hollywood thriller. But who exactly is this elusive drug lord, and why did he hold the title of the Most Wanted FBI Loverboy? Buckle up, because this story is one wild ride. Born on January 1, 1948, in the Mexican state of Sinaloa, Ismael Zambada Garcia's journey began far from the wealth and power he'd later achieve. Growing up in a region notorious for its deep roots in the drug trade, his surroundings seemed to plant the seeds for his future empire. El Mayo didn't just join the Sinaloa cartel. He rose through its ranks. Initially, he worked as a logistical coordinator, masterminding ways to transport massive shipments of cocaine and heroin into the United States. By air, sea, or land, if there was a way, El Mayo found it. When Miguel Ángel Félix Gallardo, the godfather of Mexico's drug trade, was arrested in 1989, his empire shattered into rival factions. El Mayo seized the moment. Alongside notorious figures like Joaquín El Chapo Guzmán, he co-founded the Sinaloa cartel. Together, they built one of the most powerful drug syndicates in history. But it wasn't just about brute force. El Mayo's operations were as calculated as a chess game. His network spanned continents, smuggling narcotics to cities like Chicago, New York, and Atlanta, all while evading law enforcement for decades. By 2007, El Mayo had become a household name, not for his philanthropy, but for his infamy. The FBI offered a $5 million reward for information leading to his capture, yet he remained untouchable, seemingly always one step ahead. El Mayo wasn't just evading capture. He was rewriting the rules of the drug trade. His cartel operated like a well-oiled machine, moving multi-ton shipments of cocaine and heroin into the United States. Trucks loaded with hidden compartments, narco subs designed for stealth, and even private planes were part of his arsenal. But his wealth wasn't just in cash and drugs. It was also in connections. El Mayo's bribery budget reportedly reached $1 million per month, with high-ranking officials on his payroll ensuring his freedom. This network of corruption extended into law enforcement, the judiciary, and politics, creating a nearly impenetrable shield around him. Rumors swirled about how he stayed hidden. Some claimed he lived in a remote mountain hideout, surrounded by loyal communities who saw him as a Robin Hood-like figure. Others speculated he underwent plastic surgery to alter his appearance. His tactics were as varied as they were effective, cementing his reputation as a ghost who was everywhere and nowhere all at once. Meanwhile, his cartel's reach only grew, dominating routes from South America to the US and beyond. From Cancun to California, New York to Atlanta, his empire seemed unstoppable. And with every failed attempt to capture him, the legend of El Mayo grew larger. Behind the man was a family deeply embedded in his empire. His wife, Rosario Niebla Cardoza, and his children were not mere spectators. From his son Vicente, who testified against El Chapo in 2019, to his daughters involved in money laundering, the Zambada family played key roles in sustaining the cartel. But as his family members fell one by one to law enforcement, El Mayo's time seemed to be running out. On July 25, 2024, the unthinkable happened. After evading capture for more than 2 decades, El Mayo was arrested in El Paso, Texas. The circumstances as dramatic as his life. According to reports, Joaquín Guzmán López, El Chapo's son, set the trap. Under the pretense of a lucrative real estate deal in Mexico, Guzmán López convinced El Mayo to travel closer to the US border. Once aboard a private plane, the cartel kingpin found himself surrounded. Federal agents stormed the scene as soon as the plane touched down in El Paso. It wasn't just an arrest, it was a spectacle. Helicopters hovered above, and armed officers stood guard as they whisked away the man who had been untouchable for decades. As the world learned of El Mayo's capture, debates erupted. Was this a betrayal orchestrated by Guzmán López, or had El Mayo been outmaneuvered in a game he had long mastered? Either way, the arrest marked the end of an era. El Mayo's arrest sent shockwaves through the underworld. Power struggles erupted within the Sinaloa cartel, leading to a surge in violence in Culiacán and beyond. Even Mexico's president called for peace, urging cartels to find other ways to resolve their differences. But in the drug world, peace is often a fleeting dream. Fast forward to September 13, 2024. El Mayo faced a New York court, pleading not guilty to an array of charges: drug trafficking, illegal possession of weapons, and running a criminal enterprise. U.S. prosecutors painted a chilling picture of his empire. With a monthly bribery budget of $1 million and an arsenal of military-grade weapons, El Mayo was no ordinary criminal. He was a warlord in a business suit. At 76 years old, El Mayo's reign may finally be over, but questions linger. Was his arrest truly a betrayal by Guzman Lopez, or was it a calculated surrender to secure his family's future? One thing is clear: El Mayo's story is a cautionary tale of power, loyalty, and betrayal. His arrest marks the end of an era, but the ripple effects of his empire will be felt for years to come. As former DEA agent Mike Vigil once said, "The life of a drug lord is a fleeting mirage. They either die young, get captured, or live long enough to see their empire crumble." El Mayo's chapter in the drug world might be closing, but the saga of the Sinaloa cartel is far from over. If you found this story intriguing, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the world's most fascinating figures. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious.